Hi, I'm Mike Franzone, and welcome to my channel, and welcome to Mike Franzone Ministries. I hope you like and subscribe. I just want you to know we're going to look at the 10 tests of true love, the 10 ways of knowing, is it love or is it infatuation? Is it real love or is it infatuation? And just to let you know, I will have the notes underneath this video so you can kind of keep up if you want to go back through and look at the notes as well. All right? Test number 1, the test of time. Love benefits and grows over time. Love is dynamic, and that means it grows. That means love can get better. Infatuation ebbs and diminishes over time. We call that instant impression. And sometimes infatuation can just kind of explode. Now, that brings up an interesting question. Is there such a thing as love at first sight? I say yes and no. There can be a strong attraction, but be careful that you don't declare your love too soon. Let some time pass. There could be a little lust in there as well. That's possible. Now, it might be love, and it might start as a small sprout. So you must nurture it and grow it. Nurture it, grow it. Let's see what it becomes. So again, there could be love at first sight, right? But it might be real small. And then maybe it's just lust. So you'll have to decide and pray about that yourself. Number 2 test, the test of knowledge. Love grows out of discerning and knowing another person's character. True love longs to know the other person. True love wants to know the why. True love wants to know the desires and the dreams and the beliefs and the values and the hopes and the fears and all of those things. And what love does, it creates an atmosphere, non-judgmental atmosphere, but an atmosphere of openness. Infatuation always focuses on the outside. What kind of car do they have? What are the clothes that they're wearing? What about their shoes, their job, their bank account, their criminal history? Infatuation is just happy to know just a little. That brings me to the 3rd test, the test of time. Now, genuine love is other person focused. It desires to encourage that other person, to help them, and help them to be more like Jesus. Infatuation says, how do I look? It's always self-centered. Number 4, the test of singularity. Love focuses on one person at a time. Infatuation can be in love with 2 or more people at the same time. Infatuation is all about feelings. Love involves the heart and the mind. You can love with your heart, but you also have to love with your mind. I say true love is loving with not only the heart, but with the mind as well. Good people have had affairs because it felt good to them or because they were around someone who, quote, understood them. So this emotional attraction can end up becoming physical. So infatuation can love 2 or 3 more people at the same time. Now, I read somewhere that the life cycle of infatuation is 9 to 18 months, and then it kind of drops off. And here's what happens after a few months: that both people wake up, and they wake up 2 people wake up that are unhappy, and both have problems. That brings me to the 5th test of true love, whether it's infatuation or true love, the test of work. Now, what I mean by that is, it doesn't mean that they're going to have to get a job or have a job, but it helps if the other person has a job, right? If you want to get married. True love works for the other person's benefit. Relationships take time. They're not always that easy, and it takes sacrifice sometimes. Relationships build for the future. Infatuation can kind of cause an unreality. Infatuation, you can daydream about the potential of the relationship. Doesn't matter how bad the person is now, but there's the potential of the relationship. You know, when Biff gets out of prison, we're going to have a wonderful relationship. An infatuated person can get so caught up in the dream that they lose ambition, they lose interest in daily affairs, they live in a dream world, and this can cause chaos. Sometimes An infatuated person can act like they're brain damaged. That's number 6, the test of problem solving. Genuine love desires to solve problems. Love does not go blind into a relationship. Love faces the issues. Love says, okay, let's work together to solve these issues. Let's approach these barriers and let's work to remove those issues, all right? But what does infatuation do? Infatuation ignores all the warning signs. Infatuation disregards all the roadblocks. It drives through stop signs. Infatuation always exists in the dark. Number 7, 7th test, the test of distance. Love understands that couples need space. Love understands that sometimes you have to have a sense of separateness, kind of a distinct life. You have friends, you have family, all right? And love understands that. They understand there's times when love needs to be, you need to be with your family. You need to be with your friends, especially when you're just dating, especially at the beginning of a relationship. It's good to have a separateness there. Guys can hang out with guys for a little while. That's fine. Girls can hang out with girls. But what's the difference? Infatuation wants 24/7 intense closeness. Infatuation is over anxious when there's distance, because infatuation is always trying to keep those hormones alive. Infatuation is always trying to keep those chemicals moving. And so infatuation is all preoccupied with 24/7 closeness. And infatuation imagines love to be this intense closeness all the time. And that could smash people, that can squelch people. And so this is what you have to be careful of, especially if you're dating. It's okay to have friends and family. It's not a good thing for you to be overwhelmed with each other, to just squelch each other as well. You're an individual. You're distinct. You're unique. That brings us to number 8. 8th test of infatuation versus true love, the test of attraction. Now, attraction is a part of true love. You can't neglect attraction. But infatuation makes it the central part of that relationship. Sexual attraction does play a part in love, yes. And we talk about the 4 loves. There's filial, the friend love. There's storge, which is natural affection love. There is agape, the love, God's love, loving unconditionally. And there's eros, which is romantic love. Yes, that's part of it. But here's the difference. To build a healthy relationship, we must not allow physical attraction to take the biggest role. Love bonds emotionally, intellectually, and I believe spiritually first. Now, I know the world says, let's just sleep together. That's a physical attraction. But in order to build trust, in order to build commonality, you want to bond intellectually, you want to bond emotionally, and you want to bond spiritually at first. Again, our culture is all about taking shortcuts. But see, there's nothing wrong with attraction. There's nothing wrong with having those feelings. But don't make them the biggest part and the central part of your relationship. Okay. Number 9, almost done. The test of security. True love fosters a sense of security and stability. Because when you build trust in a relationship, and that's the goal when you're dating, all right? You want to find out if this is the right person, but you want to build trust. Build trust provides security. When you build trust, you provide security and stability. Love knows them, trusts them, and endures to the end. Infatuation can change on a dime. Infatuation can change suddenly because infatuation is based on wishful thinking, what they hope will happen or hope that person will change or not change. Infatuation is unpredictable. Which way the wind blows, that's the way that infatuation blows as well. Somebody else better comes along, and infatuation says goodbye and goes to the new person. And number 10, the last one, the test of affection. Now, to be affectionate means to be warm, tender, kind, loving, compassionate, giving, having manners, all of those things if you look at the dictionary. Deep affection grows out of deep understanding. And that comes from listening to each other. That comes from truly hearing each other. And that comes from developing a true relationship that will blossom and grow. And I think that one of the best things you can do when you're looking for someone and looking whether this is true love or not is find someone who is kind. The Bible is filled with messages about being kind. Find someone who is kind, because that will overwhelm. Because kindness will conquer kingdoms. Kindness will open all doors. Kindness will tear down every bad wall. Kindness will open up every heart. Intimate relationships should not be based on fear. They should be based on faith. All right, that's the 10 tests of true love. Now, I want you to know below this message, there is all the notes and outlines will be there for you to follow and come along. All right, this is my friend Zone. Hope you like and subscribe, and God bless you. We'll see you next time. All right, bye.